Hey everyone, it's Amin. I'm doing my first video review of a phone. So I'm going to start with my own phone. Hopefully I'll get more phones in the future and review them, maybe from friends or whatever. This is the Samsung CorbyPRO offered by Rogers, and it's an excellent device that features a full QWERTY keyboard as well as Wi-Fi and 3G Plus as its main features. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. So let's get right into it. Let's cover the exterior of the phone first. On the front, you'll find a 2.8-inch QVGA resolution screen. It's a resistive touch screen. If you can sort of see, I'm touching the screen right here, but it's not registering a touch. But when I press a little more, so see, this isn't a touch, but this is a touch. So yeah, it's a little bit less sensitive than what you're using on a maybe iPod Touch or an iPhone, but it still works quite well. So it's a 2.8-inch resistive touchscreen, and on the bottom you'll find the call and end call keys as well as the menu key. On the right side you have the camera shutter, which allows you to take pictures in a natural way. You also have the lock button right here, as well as the lid covering the USB cable and the charger cable connection for the phone. On top you have the 3.5mm headset jack, which allows you to use your own favorite headphones. On the left you have the volume rocker keys. The overall design of the phone is multicolored, as you saw. The QWERTY keyboard is red, the front is black, and the back is white, which may not be to everyone's taste, but I quite like it. When you remove the back cover, you'll find it's a little bit cheap, but it's okay, it does the job. When you remove the back cover, you'll find a 960 milliamp battery, which lasts about a day or so with medium usage, maybe a day and a half. I use it quite intensively with a lot of internet and everything, as well as the micro SD card slot right here, replacing the battery cover now, back cover now. So let's get into the interface of the phone. The lock screen itself is quite a bit to talk about. You can unlock like this by holding the lock button key, or you can unlock by holding the lock key, or my favorite way to unlock is to use the smart unlock feature, which is featured on a lot of recent Samsung touchscreen phones, touch-based phones. You can draw a character. See, it says incorrect character. You can draw a character, for example, I for internet, and it launches you right into the application while unlocking the phone, which I find quite useful. You can also just to simply unlock, I draw you for unlock, and it just does that. Once you get into that interface of the phone, you'll see that you have 3 different home screens that you have available to you, and they show in that thin bar on which one you are, and you can put widgets on them. Widgets are quite useful. You can access them through this little drawer right here, which you can click to open or close, or you can click here as well. It doesn't matter. And right now you see the Facebook widget that's operating. It is live, so it does bring in all the status updates from your friends, and also gives you your messages, notifications, requests, etc. It's quite useful to have on your home screen, and you can refresh it yourself as many times as you want. You can add more widgets through here, this drawer that gives you access to all your widgets that you have. To add a widget, you simply drag it over and release it, and you can. This is like a memo widget as well. You can drag it back to remove the widget. This is the other widgets. You have the media player and calendar, which allows you to control your media player right from the home screen, and the volume rocker keys allow you to adjust volume. The loudspeaker is quite good and performs quite well. So let's pause that right now. And also you have another widget, which is your favorites widget. It gives your contacts in a 3D scroll, which gives you access to quickly calling them, messaging them, or viewing your logs. It's quite convenient to have. In the menu, you'll find 3 different menu screens. Contacts and messages are quickly accessible through any of them without having to scroll back. And also you'll find that this phone has Wi-Fi, which is quite good for when you have access. You're at a Starbucks or something and you want to have high-speed, faster internet. It just activates like this. You can search and connecting is quite easy. It supports all types of connections. You can adjust any different setting that you need to do for connecting to the internet, especially if it's your own home internet. It's quite good. It also has Bluetooth, which works around the same way. You can also see it in the list view, which isn't as fun, but some people don't like the graphic view. I don't know why. Internet is quite good. This phone supports 3G high speeds internet, as you will see as soon as it loads. It supports up to 3.6 megabytes per second, and it's quite fast and it works quite nicely. As you can see, I'm connected to 3G right now, 3G network, but it was 3G plus like a second ago. So that's quite good. It also has bookmarks available in your for you to use. It's quite convenient, and the scrolling is very fluid, very nice. You can zoom in on a website by double tapping. This zooms out, or you can zoom in with double tapping, as well as holding your finger down, which is my favorite way to zoom, and just dragging up or down, which is quite useful because it does allow you to zoom in on your pages without having to use both hands as you would normally have to do on a pinch to zoom screen. Furthermore, in the menu, in the internet, just one more thing I want to say. It does support Rss Feeds, so you can add a new feed, update them, etc. It's quite useful to have, especially when you don't want to have too much data on your internet. What I want to focus on right now is, not the setting, is the media application. Okay, fine. Not the camera. Which allows you to view any types of files, your audio, video. And what I want to focus on is that this phone does allow you to view Microsoft the PDF files or Microsoft Word. As you can see, it's very quick to load, and you can also see Microsoft Word through the phone. And the pinch to zoom, not the pinch to zoom, but the click to zoom feature does work here as well. Not as fluidly, but it's still available quite nicely. You can go to the next page, first page, whatever. It's very nice to have, especially if you're a student and you want to see some files or carry them around without being able to view them. It's very nice. Now, media player, it's quite your average media player, except that it doesn't support searching your track. So if you want to go to your track, you have to scroll all the way down and get to your track or whatever. So that's a little bit of an issue, but it's manageable, especially if you have them in albums. So it's quite nice. I don't have them set up in albums yet. Your calendar and your camera. Let's go to the camera. The camera does support video recording, although it doesn't have any flash of what sort. So the low lights shooting situations will be out of question. Right now we're in camcorder, so let's go to camera. It is a 3 megapixel camera, and it does take quite decent pictures, even though it's not autofocus. It does take quite good pictures and does allow you to have some settings. In the camcorder section, it takes pathetic videos. Actually, the videos suck. QVGA resolution with up to 15 frames per second, so almost unusable actually. Well, at least it's there. Better than not having video recording, I guess. Or is it? Okay. And there's also your other host of applications. There's image editor app. There's also Facebook application and all that stuff. So it's very good to use. What I want to just talk about for a second here is the full QWERTY keyboard. It's 4 rows and it does have a D-pad, and it's very, very comfortable to use. I cannot emphasize how comfortable this keyboard is to use. It's absolutely excellent and very, 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 very good for quick texting. I barely make any mistakes, and I'm not even looking at the keyboard. I'm looking at it through the camera. Whatever. It's quite fast and very, very nice to use. You will absolutely love the keyboard on this phone. So that's basically it. Just mentioning, I mentioned battery life. It lasts about a day or a day and a half, depending on how heavily you use it. So it's quite an excellent phone. I would recommend it to anyone who wants all capabilities of a smartphone, including 3G, faster internet, Wi-Fi, and a full QWERTY keyboard without having to pay a data plan. because this phone is absolutely excellent. The touchscreen does get some getting used to. The touching it or pressing it are a bit different, but you'll get used to it, and I've gotten used to it, and it's quite a bit more accurate than other touchscreen devices such as the iPhone or the iPod Touch, because it's not capacitive. So that's it for my review of the Samsung CorbyPRO. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and look for more reviews coming soon to my channel.